Hello, my name is Elder Darren P. Turley, founder of Joint Heirs Outreach Ministry, where our mantra is empowering change. It has come to my attention that there may be a need for computer-based training, just basic training for those who desire to know more about computers. We are producing this video so that those who would like to know more, or even perhaps enhance their knowledge, can learn a little bit about computers. It is primarily an introductory course. It is not in depth, but it is a familiarization for those who desire to learn computers in today's technology. Again, this is courtesy of Joint Heirs Outreach Ministry. Please watch our video. We ask you to enhance your learning, or just learn in general. We love you, we thank you, and God bless you. Hello, and welcome to our introductory course on basic computer training, computer concepts. Again, I am Elder Darren P. Turley, founder of Joint Heirs Outreach Ministry. One of the things that we want to do is we want to go over some of the basic things of computers. You have your monitor. You have what is known as the keyboard. You have a mouse. So you have the computer, the unit itself. This is the computer. This is where everything, all the good things about the computer goes on with. On this computer, we can take a look on the inside and just show you some of the guts. Now, mind you, the computer and the laptop are basically the same thing. This computer is called a desktop, or it's called a PC. PC meaning personal computer. Inside the computer, you find things that make the computer operate. You have what is considered the hard drive, which is way over in here. I'm not sure how well you can see it. The hard drive, which contains all the data in which we use for all the information is stored onto. You also have in here your fans for cooling. This the boards in here, the circuitry in here. You have expansion slots. This is for your memory and for your RAM, so that your computer, when it operates, it has to know hold some information. Here in the back, you have your connectors. You have what is called known as your serial connector. This is the connector that is used to hook up your monitors. The serial connectors are color coded. Virtually everything is color coded. They're color coded, and they can only go in one direction. So it's kind of like hard to really mess these things up when you're hooking them up, unless you just like force or jam something, which even then doesn't really work. But the serial monitor has a connector here, and it has a connector here. One goes to the computer, and one goes to the monitor. You also have what is called your USB ports. Your USB ports are universal serial bus. What the USB is nowadays, more people are using USB instead of these down here. I get to these in a moment. Your USB, you can either plug things like your mouse or your monitor, additional keyboards, or different peripherals that will go into the back of your computer. Down here you have some of your other ones, and these are also color coded. You have you used to use these for when you use the mouse and the keyboard. So this is an older computer, so it's still on here. But these computers nowadays, like I say, they use these USB instead of these connections here. So if you see these, they're probably obsolete. You have one for your monitor, for your microphone, your speakers, the external speakers and monitors. This one right here is for your internet connector. I have an internet cable here. These connectors right here go in here for when you want to hook your computer up to your internet. You just simply click in, and then you can use the little tab here to pull them out. These are going to your computer, or they're going to the a router or whatever range you have to get your wireless and your connection. Nowadays, they use what they call wireless. Your wireless, and I have one over here. So I can pull this out real quick. This right here is just a USB antenna. I use this so that I can get my computer online wirelessly instead of plugging in cables and having cables to run the system. So you have then these cost you just a few bucks out of any of your electronic stores or any other store that serve a lot of different products. Down here you have what we used to do is a phone line. They used to use a modem, but modems are obsolete, they're outdated. They don't really use modems anymore. So basically, modem was another method of getting internet into your computer. But here you have you still have a port, like I said, because this is an older computer. On the front, here, right here, you have your power. Your power. You turn your power on and off from this button right here on this model. Your power cables are also cables that are shaped in one direction. So you can't plug these in incorrectly. They go in as they are. If you notice on the back of these, they have everything on here is shaped so they can fit one way. Even your USB. Your USB can only go in one way. If you look here, you can see the top and the bottom of the device. The device can only go in one direction. You can't force it in and make it go in another direction. See, that way it don't fit. Well, this way it fit because we got in there right. And then this is just your antenna. Your power button. Now this switch right here is for basically for different voltages, whether you want to go 220 or 120. Mostly in America, we just go 120 and we keep it set on that voltage setting right there. These cards you can take in and out and put in different cards, like different graphic cards or different. You can have the internet card that you can actually put in here, so you don't have this thing sticking out. But for now, we just look at that one from here. Inside here, I didn't say this is the motherboard. This is like the heart. This is like the spinal system. Everything in the computer extends from here. Then you have your power supply with it. You have your power that supplies voltage, and I won't get too deep into it. And then the fan that keeps that power supply cool, otherwise it'll overheat. On the front of this computer in particular, you have some of the same microphone and headphone jacks. You have some more USB ports. You have what is basically an old, outdated, I do say outdated, CD drive. Some people still use CD drives, CDs, and some don't. A lot of things are now coming digital and they come on the internet for especially the software. So you don't really use the CD drives anymore. But if you need them, you can take these out. These are interchangeable also with hard drives if you want to store more storage on them. And of course the door closes. This is your power on button. The power on button, you had to have this power on in the back first, and then you operate your computer from here. Now, for the sake of saving time, I've cabled up some of these already. On the monitor, this monitor in particular has a connector down here in the bottom, and it also has, I don't know if you can see it also has the AC plug right here. So I hooked up the serial cable here. And these cables have thumb screws. It's highly recommended that you tighten these thumb screws up, because sometimes when they're loose, they give you problems that are unforeseen and really unnecessary. On the back of the computer, the CPU is set, the desktop itself, I have this connector here to put over here. Now remember I said that they only go in one direction, so it's not like you can mess these up and put these on backwards. And so we screw these in like this one. The keyboard and the mouse are USB devices. So therefore, I should be able to just plug in the USB for the mouse. Let's see, this one is for my mouse. It's already plugged in. And this one is for my keyboard, which is also already plugged in. Then, the next thing you do is just simply turn them on. On these right here, you turn on the power for the computer. We got to turn on my power. Okay, you turn the power for the computer, and then here's the power button for the monitor. And what these will do is they'll come up. They take a little time to boot. Now these are older refurbished computers, so they may just be a little bit slower than some of your newer modern computers. But for the most part, you power them up, you turn them on, and then watch them work. Normally I put these cables out of the way so they won't be such an eyesore, because they really become really a pain to kind of watch. So as the computer is powering up, this is called the boot. It's booting up, or basically it's just coming on. And like I said, because it is a refurbished one, it runs a little bit slower than some of your new modern ones. So if you by chance happen to buy a modern computer, updated computer, you should have better speeds than what we're doing on this demonstration. But we just be patient and wait. And there we have it. It's booted up. Now, On this one, once you get an account, you have to set up an account in order to operate these systems. Once the account is set up, then you'll be able to log on. And then we'll discuss logging on. Once it gets to log on screen, we'll talk about logging on. But I want to talk about logging on in another lesson. And there you have it. This is what the log on looks like. Now, I haven't done anything special or changed the appearance of this computer in particular. But what I want to do is I want to conclude this lesson here on a basic introduction to the concept of computers. And then in another lesson, we're going to go over the Windows 10 and how you operate and manipulate through the Windows 10 program. And then we go from there into further software on the program. I thank you for tuning in. I thank you for watching this video. And I ask that you continually be blessed. And I pray that this video was at least a little help for those of you who may have little to no knowledge about computers. We will go more in depth in some of the other lessons. But thank you for watching again. I thank you. And may God continue to bless you and yours.